So basically NXT TakeOver Brooklyn is like their version of WrestleMania, considering we're in actual big arenas compared to the usual small convention centers. I'm actually surprised that this guy is the first wrestler to use No Way Jose as his ring name. That phrase has been famous for years and years, and I would have thought somebody had already used it as a ring name. I learned a thing or two on these Sin videos. Oh, and don't count this as a sin because that wouldn't make sense.
Imagine how excited No Way Jose.
How much would I have to pay to be part of these congas? On second thought, never mind. If I ever appeared on WWE TV, I would make sure it's not part of a No Way Jose conga.
The greatest man that ever lived.
The greatest man who ever lived cliche. I've heard dozens of other wrestlers call themselves that. Previously on NXT. Austin thinks just because Jose refused to shake his right hand, shaking the left hand would do the trick.
NXT TakeOver is already trending.
Honestly, these tweets are like the Star Wars opening crawls. Once you stop giving a shit what they say, it's still scrolling by. Austin could have easily countered or ducked out of the way as he was watching Jose the whole time.
Can he out-muscle Austin Aries and get to the bottom rope?
He probably will, considering Austin is moving his legs back to give Jose a better chance of getting to the ropes.
Good night, Jose. Oh!
Jose pretty much did what Dean Ambrose does, with the exception of the rope flip trick. But like Dean's rope flip trick, how does anyone fall for this move?
But, oh! Aries isn't finished!
Post-match assault.
Go to sleep!
Awesome to see the innovator of the GTS perfecting his move, and you guys thought I was going to diss him for this. One sin removed. Ha, you failed. And no, Ember didn't counter. Billy didn't get her in the proper position for that move.
Whoa!
Holy shit, that was impressive. I'm throwing off 2 sins for this.
But it's about to get glorious.
Sorry, Corey, but that attempt at putting Bobby Roode's phrase in there was lame. Previously again on NXT. Well, somebody obviously got inspired by Shawn Michaels' entrance at WrestleMania 25.
Keep on sucking.
Corey, this is a PG show. Also, skip.
Hey, Tom, Triple H just tweeted, well, that's one way to make an entrance.
Because Hunter was probably reminded of Shawn at WrestleMania with that entrance.
2 levels together.
That's like one of those baseball players that says, oh, it was a team.
Okay, now you're just starting to piss me off with your constant showing off. Like, Bobby's head is probably like this. I can take advantage and defeat Andrade now, but instead I'll let him recover while I show off. Brilliant!
Here in this matchup, you can see the frustration.
Will you two just lock up already? About 45% of this match is either constant stare downs or showing off rather than wrestling. Sometimes it's okay, but doing it all the time? No!
Oh my goodness!
Impressive athleticism. Andrade removes us in.
You know, we've mentioned this record-breaking crowd here in Brooklyn, but it's got to come into a factor here.
How does a crowd become a factor in a match? They're here to watch the wrestling matches, not become a factor. How is that even possible?
Use the hashtag NXT Tag Titles on social media.
Nope. Why would you say that? By shouting out for a tag, you basically alert your opponent and you'll get prevented from any chance of tagging your partner.
Gargano and Ciampa are a lot like the Islanders. They get the fans excited, but they can never actually get it done when the big one comes.
Wah, wah.
Maybe if you didn't spend so much time talking about hashtags, you could talk about the revival.
That's true. Or Tom could talk about what's going on in the match. That'd be a lot better than talking about hashtags or the revival.
15,000.
Rather than grab Scott's arm, why didn't Dash just tag him instead? Would be a lot easier to prevent Johnny from doing any moves to him then.
Those kind of kicks, the quickness.
Rather than saying no, no, no over 9,000 times, why don't you try countering Johnny, Dash? Damn it, the cameraman missed that. At this point, how does Dash not have a shirt on sale saying no, 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 as he has been constantly saying that?
Oh, call with a jawbreaker.
Tommaso, Johnny's the other way, not in front of you.
Here into his own corner on Dawson.
Oh, look.
Falling in the ring for distractions is honestly just dumb in my opinion.
Connected with a dash.
Okay, gotta remove 3 sins for that awesome spear. While it's understandable that Dash had saved Scott from tapping out, he does realize that he could have broken Scott's arm the way he broke the submission. An amazing effort by Tommaso and Johnny, and congrats to the Revival, but most of all, congratulations to both teams for putting on a tag team match that everyone will remember for a long time, docking off 20 sins for 20 minutes of a great match. Since we all figured that Bayley was going to wrestle her last match on NXT tonight, while we all wanted her to win the Women's Championship, it was pretty obvious that Asuka would win. But to me, it's not about who should win, it's about putting on a great wrestling match.
Once again, another cover, shoulders down, Asuka able to pop free.
Don't you mean Asuka able to pop through? How does someone pop free of a roll-up?
Now Bayley trying to battle out of the corner, using the second roll after that knee right across the bridge of the nose.
No. Bayley got kneed in the shoulder, not the bridge of the nose.
Asuka's smiling, Tom.
Why wouldn't she? If you were in her boots, wouldn't you be smiling too if you were the champion and dominating your challenger?
Again by Asuka. Asuka, went for the hip.
Asuka may have been able to successfully deliver the hip attack on Bayley if she didn't waste time yelling first.
Back into the ring.
Asuka jumped in the air before Bayley connected with a crossbody.
I was going to say, how much more could Bayley take?
Rather than yelling at Asuka, why don't you take advantage considering you have her leg in your grasp and she's helpless?
Asuka.
Haha, you failed. To show respect to Bayley for putting on an amazing performance in her final match on NXT, I'm docking off another 5 sins. Samoa Joe is a dick to security, especially someone who wasn't even in his way. I absolutely love the 1-minute solo by this musician performing for Shinsuke Nakamura. For entertaining us with 1 minute of great music, I will remove 1 sin. Thank God I don't have epilepsy, but I still feel bad for those who do. Even though Shinsuke has entered the ring, his entrance theme plays for another 2 minutes. It'd be understandable if he took forever to get to the ring, but the music continues for another 2 minutes after he's already ready to go. Why didn't Samoa Joe get a customized entrance too? And why am I reminded of Stewie's tuba job from Family Guy whenever I hear this music play for Joe? Pre-match, shove?
These two are far.
Just ignore it, just ignore it, just ignore it, just ignore it. Fuck! Stop singing already!
They can't stand each other, but they have the utmost respect for each other.
This is like the 4th time that Corey said they can't stand each other, but they have the utmost respect for each other. Can he not think of anything else to say? I think we already know that Shinsuke and Joe respect each other but can't stand each other.
Quickness on display by...
Way too much pausing.
And
now transitions into the...
I can't believe I'd say this, but Samoa Joe's version of the STF looks way more effective than the version used by John Cena. And he actually makes it seem like the move hurts his opponent, whereas John just... meh.
and Joe planning Shinsuke Nakamura.
With, I honestly don't know what to call that move. Looked more like a swing, and then Shinsuke fell on the mat.
Nakamura might be out cold. You gotta have the referee check on him.
How can Shinsuke be knocked out cold if he's moving and getting back up? I gotta say, nearly all these matches were just great. NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2 is a success in my book. I was about to remove 30 sins until I realized there aren't enough sins to remove for that amount, so all sins accounted for are no longer in effect.